I know there's the Halloween stuff you have to do, like decorating, giving candy, stuff like that. And then there's that Christmas holiday thing where you make gingerbread houses and decorate trees and such. But honestly, it gets kind of confusing to remember which one's which, and sometimes you just end up mixing the two together. It all started last year when I had a dream about Christmas. Actually, maybe it was Halloween. It was kind of hard to tell as everything had the feel of Christmas, the colors, the snow outside, the lights, all very Christmassy. But then the thing you were doing in the dream was trick-or-treating, and everyone was dressed up in Christmas costumes. Alright, well, maybe not trick-or-treating exactly. It was more of a body slam into someone then steal their candy sort of thing. It was honestly pretty violent for an actual holiday. But anyways, my point is, the dream gave me the idea of what if you took the theme of a holiday and applied it to a different holiday. For example, last Halloween I took the Christmassy event of making a gingerbread house and gave it the theme of Halloween, which actually worked out surprisingly well. And then that Christmas I did the same thing, this time with trick-or-treating with a Christmas theme. And so, now that it's that Halloween time of year again, let's actually think about how this whole Halloween Christmas hybrid thing would work, along with painting another spookified Christmas scene. Okay, but before we begin Halloweenifying Christmas, we must establish what I'm actually doing here, and what can and cannot be done. And that's taking Halloween and giving it the traditions you do at Christmas time. This means you have to keep the Halloween feel, which means keeping things feeling spooky. For example, you can't have a pumpkin and paint it red, white, and green. That would be applying a Christmas theme to a Halloween tradition. A much better example is the gingerbread mansion I made last year, because that's taking a Christmas thing you do and giving it the theme of Halloween. Everything's all black, orange, and purple, but you're doing a thing that is usually associated with Christmas. Like taking a Christmas tree and decorating it, except it's a fall dead tree and you're decorating it to look creepy and spooky. Which is the exact idea that got me inspired to draw the thing you're seeing in the background now. And so, now that you know what I'm trying to do, how would that actually work? What would a Halloween with Christmas traditions be like? Well, for starters, you could already keep some of the normal Halloween traditions, like decorating the house, as that doesn't get in the way of any Christmas traditions. Then after that, you'd have to get a tree, preferably a dead tree as it fits the colors of Halloween better. Then from here, you'd go about decorating it, except I think you'd actually have a lot more options for what you could choose to decorate the tree with. Like, when I think about decorating a tree for Christmas, I think of the normal red, white, and green, or maybe like a gold, or all white, or all red, kind of stuff like that. Not really themes, but with a Halloween tree, you can make it look like a ghost, make it all white, put a sheet on it. You can make it look like a vampire, make it black, maybe red and stuff. Maybe put some red garlands around it like blood. Or heck, even put a garlic garland around it. That would work. Or if it's a zombie tree, you could make it green and put a fake brain on the top of the tree. Or a real one if you're into that. You could also make it like witch themed and put a witch's hat on top and hang some potions from the branches. Or you could make it like a candy tree, put a pumpkin bucket on top and hang candy from around it. Kind of like how they used to hang a string with popcorn on it around the tree in the past. You could do the same with candy. It also looked pretty nice, I think. I think there's more themes with Halloween, with all of like the monsters and stuff, that there is with Christmas, and so it gives you a lot more decorating possibilities for things. And also, what about the pumpkins now? Because I don't think you'd carve them. I think it's better to go with the Christmassy way of instead putting the pumpkins around the tree. You could even paint them and stuff, maybe. They could go with whatever theme you're going with for the tree. Like painting them black for a witch, or putting little sheets on them for a ghost. I don't think pumpkins would have as much of a use this way, as for Halloween the original idea was you're scaring away like ghosts and stuff from entering your house. So this way, they definitely would not be doing that, but I don't know, I just feel like putting pumpkins below the tree is what you'd have to do. You know, perhaps pumpkins could actually act as a food source. I mean, I know pumpkin pie is more of a Thanksgiving thing than Halloween, but perhaps with this Christmassy version of Halloween, pumpkin pie is actually a Halloween thing. And so, the reason you'd be collecting pumpkins below the tree is to use them for making all the pumpkin pie. It could work. And you know, speaking of food, what about gingerbread? Well, of course, you'd have to make a gingerbread mansion. Get some Halloween colored candies like black, orange, purple, and then make some creepy looking mansion. Maybe you'd use icing for the spider webs, or you could even color it to match with the theme better. Candy corn would, of course, fit perfectly for this. It'd make it taste horrible, but, you know, it fit with the theme. Gingerbread itself is already a pretty orange color, so that already matches Halloween. Honestly, a gingerbread mansion would work a lot better than a normal gingerbread house. But what about the actual day or night of Halloween, October 31st? What do you actually do there? Well, I don't think you'd go trick-or-treating. I feel like that'd kind of get in the way of the Christmas tradition. I think what you'd probably do instead, maybe something like leave a plate of candy on your doorstep for the ghosts or demons. Like, instead of carving scary faces into the pumpkins to scare away ghosts, you're appeasing them by giving them candy instead. And I mean, I guess trick-or-treating could still work in this way. Just leave a plate full of candy and people can go door to door taking one. Although if you know anything about doing that, then chances are it's gonna be gone pretty quickly. People are not the best at taking one at a time. And I think that's about it for all the traditions I can think of. I'm sure there's more Christmassy things I'm just not thinking of right now, but those are at least the main Christmassy things, and so that's how Halloween would work with Christmas traditions. And honestly, I feel like it could work pretty well. Especially that tree thing. There are so many different possibilities for decorating ideas. And heck, this is just Christmas. Once I run out of ideas for this, probably like next year, I'm gonna move on to something else, like, I don't know, Halloween mixed with Easter, and like, you have to find pumpkins hidden around the cornfield. Or like if Halloween was mixed with St. Patrick's Day, and you dressed up all in orange, black, and purple, and went searching at midnight for a pot of candy at the end of the moon bowl. Or like if it was mixed with Valentine's, or I should probably stop there, I'm getting distracted, but my point is, there's a lot of stuff I could do with this, and I guarantee I'll be back with this idea again. There is just way too many ideas for me to simply keep my mouth shut forever.